Art for Indigenous Survival is a non-profit corporation that sends artists on teaching expeditions to Native American communities. The fourth venture sent me, Shirley Fry McConaughey, to Turtle Mountain, North Dakota. There they call themselves Anishinaabe. Europeans call them Chippewa Ojibwe. They settled the lands from the Iroquois territory in the east to the Rocky Mountains in the west, along what would become the Canadian-United States border. For centuries they hunted and fished the lush land, intermarrying with the fur trappers from France and interweaving their traditions with those of the French. In the fall of 1996, Irma Stein and I spent a month working with women on the Turtle Mountain Reservation in central North Dakota, 10 miles south of the Canadian border. It is the smallest and most densely populated of the reservations, 6 miles wide, 10 miles long, and 10,000 people. The southern half of the reservation is Dakota Plains, flat land, few trees, and big sky. The northern half covers the Turtle Mountains, rolling hills resembling the backs of 1,000 turtles, full of trees, sloughs, lakes, and wildlife. In the center of the reservation is the small town of Belcourt, and it is here that we spent our month, working daily in the retirement home activities building and living with 7 Benedictine sisters in the monastery on the hill named Queen of Peace. The Catholic Church, St. Anne's, had a long history at Turtle Mountain. It originated with Father Belcourt, who had administered the sacraments to the Ojibwe people and the French trappers in the early days of North Dakota. During our stay, the church and the monastery were constant hives of activities: daily mass, funerals, marriages, classes, a used clothing store, counseling services, and a center for spiritual retreat. We began our work days by breakfasting with the sisters, then going down the hill to the activities building where we laid out the fabrics and the patterns. We began with the sunflowers and then moved on to flowers and birds selected by the women with whom we worked. There was Mary May Wilkie, representative of 2 of the oldest and largest families on the reservation. From the beginning, she was determined to complete every single pattern we developed. She came to morning classes, afternoon, and evening classes. Once she donned her traditional regalia, which she wears to the powwows, and posed for our cameras. Mary and her husband Pat spend their summers traveling around the country, dancing at the powwows. Mary May became so skilled in her sewing techniques that during the last week I was able to teach her how I go about making patterns, and she developed her first original soft sculpture, a great horned owl. Jenny Schindler, our second hardest worker, is an official storyteller for the tribe. She often spun her magic words as we sewed, telling us of the adventures of her grandmothers and grandfathers and the years before the reservation. Rachel Parisienne, an active member of the bingo club at the retirement home, told us stories of the Turtle Mountain Casino. It stays open around the clock, and rumor has it that the machines pay best about 2 a.m. The casino invites seniors to dinner one Thursday each month and gives them $10 for gambling. Many go, eat, and take their money home. Most ladies felt that the casino had done nothing to improve life on the reservation. Ann Bruce, another member of the bingo club, suffered from very severe arthritis and had a difficult time with some of our larger pieces. She decided to concentrate on the yellow lady slippers and produce several exquisite groupings. Rosemary Spaeth also suffered from arthritis and, like Anne, chose to do the smaller flower pieces. Freya Laframboise, the daughter of an Icelandic mother and a Turtle Mountain father, regaled us with stories of her many adventures, including the tragic story of a motorcycle accident, 15 operations, and the loss of a leg. It barely slowed her down. Claudia DeLong, the young grandmother of 6 children under the age of 4, took great pride in her bald eagle, often bringing in family members to see her work. And the teachers, Verna Jeanette and Beverly Parisienne, who could only come at night, were determined to finish their eagles. Ruth Dakota and Anna Parenteau both struggled with arthritis and the sunflowers. We were a hard-working crew who laughed and danced our way through the month until the last night and the goodbye party. Pat Wilkie organized the music. The bingo club did refreshments, and we showed off our accomplishments to friends and family. Sunflowers, prairie roses, yellow lady slippers, white pelicans, sandhill cranes, and bald eagles. We had scouted out materials in Rolla, found shops interested in selling their work in Dunseith and Rolla, and we promised to return in the year 2000.